everyone, I'm Mailou from Plants by Lulu and welcome on my channel. Today I'm going to show you the planters in my bedroom. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and let's go! So when you walk into the bedroom, you're already met with this plant on the wall. It looks like this. There's all new growth up here. And this one is in a woven basket. It also is in a macrame hanger, and I made this one myself. I don't know if you can see the detail. It's hard because there are plants around it, but I made this one myself. You can see by the knot, it's a little bit amateuristic. And if you go down, you've got the plant here. And the planter here, this is, I think, a ceramic planter. And he has a kind of a fun pattern. And as you may see, almost all the planters here are natural tone. So this one has a kind of terracotta accents, and it's kind of a granite cobalt gray. And you know, that's very natural color. Then the next planter is this one, and it's a very light green planter. I had it already, but my boyfriend chose that one for this space. And if you go from this side towards here, you see a shelf that looks like this. And we have the first planter on here. This is kind of a light greenish. And I really like the kind of, it looks almost like it is kind of a towel. It's glazed and the pattern is really in there in the pot. It's not printed or something, and I really like that. Then we have this planter, and I like the shape of this planter. I feel like this is an older kind of shape, and I thought this would fit nicely in the collection of green planters. And while I'm not really fond of the pattern, it almost looks like it was painted outside and then it began to rain, and the rain did this to the paint. So in that perspective, I kind of like it. Then we come to this setup, and this is a planter in a planter. And I only had this one. This is metal, and as you may see, it began to kind of oxidate, or rust began to grow on it. And I really liked this pattern. However, I don't like the bottom of this plant because it's straight down. It does not have any curves or something. So I thought this is a color that fit nicely with the other planters, and I like the shape. And this one, I like the pattern on it, so I thought I would combine them kind of and make this setup. Then the next one, and this is one of my favorites, it's this one. I really like the shape and I really like the pattern. I also like the colors because if you can see, there's green and blue in it, so I can put it in a setup with other planters that are green, and I can put it in a setup where the planters are more blue. So I really like it, and it is kind of relief. It's also ceramics, I think. But yeah, I really like this planter. It's one of my favorites. And then the last one on the shelf is this one. And this planter I bought in the very beginning of my plant journey. And so I didn't really know what I liked yet. So if I saw this, I wouldn't buy it again. But it fits in well with all the other green planters. So on its own, I don't really like the kind of static stuff. There are still vines on it, but they're going like very straight up, and I really don't like that much. But together with the other ones, it fits nicely. Okay, so if you're going from here all the way around to the other side of the room, you'll have those two plants and planters. And this one is in a macrame I also made. I had a whole phase where I made macrames. And the ring up and the beads are very natural toned. And then we have this planter. And again, I bought this one in the beginning of my plant journey, so this one wouldn't tie in very well with the collection I've now, for example, in my living room. But it is very neutral toned, it has white, it has kind of a sand color. And then we go towards this planter, and this is kind of an odd story because I found this one in the beginning of my plant journey. However, I still love this one to pieces. It's ceramic. Oh, I don't know if it's ceramic. I think it's ceramic. It is glazed and I really love the pattern on it. The only downside with this one is that it doesn't fit very well in any of my spaces. The only thing that it fits here is because in the corner you see ladder. An old wooden ladder. So in that way it's kind of a dark neutral tone, I guess, but in all the other rooms it doesn't fit well. So I really think that's sad because I really want to show this off to like friends or visitors that come by. However, you know, it's hard because it doesn't fit anywhere else, so I just put it here. And I didn't make this hanger, but I really liked it, because it's still neutral toned and it reminds me of a kind of a hanger slash basket because of these hoops. So there you have it. Then from here we go to there, and this one is big. This is my Boston fern, and it is in a macrame hanger I did not make. I bought this one. This is one of my favorite macrame hangers because the beads are light and the cord is kind of creamy, and I really like, for example, this detail. You can also see it has a big basket, and it is really a basket. It is holding on to a loop here and at the bottom. However, you cannot really see that because the roots of the fern has taken over the pot and the basket. I honestly don't know if you can see it, but if you can look here, the pot was wooden. It was a wooden, kind of a dark brown, like this. However, it just disappeared into kind of a whole bunch of roots. And so I knew this would happen with Boston ferns. However, this one always have sat in that pot. But yeah, in the end, I really like how he's growing because he also kind of takes over the basket. And that gives more of a nature feel to me, because if you only see the hanger very clearly, it maybe looks a bit fabricated or like not as much natural as it does now. And you can see here that the roots are dangling down a bit also. And if I back up again, you get this view. And if I turn, you go to the beginning. So this is it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please hit the subscribe and the like button. And I will see you in the next video. Doei!